Hey guys, welcome back. In the last lecture, we just took a simple walkthrough of the features implemented by Claude yet in our project. Now we need to understand something which is written in the Claude service. So this is the Claude service, and this is basically take a user generated prompt or user's idea, and then based upon that user prompt input, it gives the Anthropic an idea that what it needs to do and how it needs to act. Okay, so first this is the system prompt. Okay, and then this is the method self dot generated story. Okay, so we can simply understand like what is this. You can see this is the regular ruby class, there's a regular ruby constant, and this is a class method within this cloud service. And here we are calling the Anthropic API, and this is must be some method in the Anthropic API client. And this is the model, like which cloud model we want to use and how many token it should consume, max limit of the token that it is consuming. And it is the system. So the system is like what kind of action we want to take with uh, Anthropic. Okay, and then this is the message, like what we want to generate as value. Now let's say what we need to do, we need to understand that what is this class is doing, or what this entire class is working line by line. So let's go to the Claude again. Okay, and instead of putting our brain into it, we will ask Claude to explain everything of this file. Okay, so can you explain me the Claude service line by line, especially the line number 12 to line number 17, or especially the self dot generated story method, or let's say copy this, or especially the generated story class method. So let's tell Claude. Okay, because if you put effort or we put effort, we can understand what it is doing. It seems like a very simple Ruby class. Okay, but still let's Claude explain this thing to us. Okay, so we can have idea that what the tool we are using for is giving us a proper understanding of its own generated code or not. Okay, so this is the main idea to understand this. Okay, so here you can see this is the line by line breakdown of your Claude service. So class Claude service, so it's a plain Ruby class, no inheritance from application record or application controller. It's a simple service object whose only job is to talk to the Claude API. Okay, then system prompt, a Ruby constant holding up a multi-line string using a here dog. The strips leading white spaces to so the indentation in the file doesn't end up in the string. This is the instruction we give Claude about its role. It's sent and on every request to set Claude's behavior before the user's messages proceed. Okay, then def self dot generated story. Self makes it a class method, meaning you call it as a cloud service dot generated story directly without creating an instance first. This is the right choice for a stateless utility. There is no object state to maintain between calls. Okay, and then client equal to Anthropic client new API key, whatever your API key is, then it's create an instance of Anthropic SDK client, just like we create objects for or the clients for Google SDK or some other Stripe SDK, something like that. So uh, it creates an instance of the Anthropic SDK client. Then rails.application.credential Anthropic API key reads the encrypted value from config credential YML INC. The key you will replace with your real one. The client handles all HTTP communication with the Anthropic API. Then response equal to client.message.create. Client.message returns a resource object from the SDK, not a method call. Calling.create on it sends the actual HTTP post to Anthropic's API and returns the response. The four arguments model. Which Claude model to use? Claude Sonnet 4.6 or 4.6 is the fast and capable, a good default for story generation. Max token. The maximum number of tokens Claude can use in its reply, roughly 1500 per words, prevents runaway long responses. and system prompt, the system level instruction that shapes Claude's personality and task for this request and messages. The conversation history as an array. Here it is a single user message containing the story prompt and the user type. Then response dot content dot first dot text. So the API response contains a content array. Claude can theoretically return multiple contents and so on, blah blah blah. The first gets the first block and dot text extract the plain string from it. This is the finished story that gets saved to the database. Okay, so this is the code generated by Claude, and however, it's a very simple class. We already understand this, but still, we asked Claude to explain this, like what this code or this class is doing line by line. Okay, so this is how you can use Claude to not only to analyze your feature, not only to implement your feature, but also what it has done, so that it can explain its own generated code. Okay, so that you have a full picture life what line by line code is doing for it. Okay, so that's all from this lecture, just because we I just wanted to make sure that you can use Claude in proper manner. Like even if the code is generated, you must review at least what it is doing manually, plus from Claude or from AI tools as well. Okay, in the next lecture, we will enhance our feature by adding a capability so that our system will generate image prompts for key moments of the story generated. Okay, so till then, just watch it. Until then, tata, goodbye, take care, and stay safe.